Imagine a world eerily similar to ours, yet hauntingly different. A world where the very fabric of reality is thin, a shimmering veil between what we perceive and what truly lies beyond. In today's video, we delve into the chilling tales of parallel universes, those unsettling echoes of our own existence. We will journey through the looking glass into the shadows and confront the unsettling possibilities that these tales reveal. Prepare yourselves, for the truth, as they say, can be far stranger than fiction. Our first tale begins with a simple, everyday object, a mirror. But this is no ordinary reflection staring back at you. This reflection moves on its own, its eyes holding a depth of knowledge that chills you to your core. It beckons you closer, promising whispers of a world unseen. A young woman named Alice found herself drawn to such a mirror. At first, it was just a flicker, a fleeting movement in the reflection that she couldn't quite place. But as days turned into nights, the movements became more pronounced, more deliberate. One night, she swore she saw the reflection smile. Driven by a morbid curiosity, Alice reached out, her fingers touching the cold glass. As she did, the mirror rippled, the reflection warping and twisting until it resembled a swirling vortex. A voice, raspy and ancient, whispered her name, inviting her to step through. Alice, paralyzed by fear and fascination, found herself unable to resist the call. She stepped forward, her body vanishing into the mirrored surface, leaving behind only the echo of her terrified gasp. What awaited her on the other side, no one knows. But legend has it that if you listen closely to the silence of your own reflection, you might just hear Alice's faint cries for help. The mirror, once an object of vanity, now serves as a chilling reminder. Some reflections are best left undisturbed. Imagine a world identical to ours in every way, except for one chilling detail. Everyone you know, everyone you love, exists in a perpetual state of shadow. They move, they speak, they go about their daily lives, but their eyes are hollow, their touch is cold, and their laughter rings with an unsettling emptiness. This is the Shadow Earth, a parallel dimension where light has been devoured, leaving behind a chilling facsimile of our own reality. It is said that the gateway to this shadowy realm lies in the heart of darkness, in the moments when our fears and anxieties threaten to consume us. One fateful night, a group of friends decided to test this theory. They ventured deep into the woods, seeking out the darkest corner, the place where shadows seemed to gather and whisper. As they stood there, backs pressed against towering trees that blotted out the moon's pale light, they felt a shift, a subtle change in the air. The trees around them seemed to close in, their branches twisting into grotesque shapes. The air grew heavy, thick with the scent of decay, and a silence so profound it felt like a physical presence. And then they saw them. Shadowy figures emerging from the darkness, their eyes burning with a cold, hungry light. The friends, their hearts pounding in their chests, stumbled back in terror, their laughter now replaced with screams. They ran, desperate to escape the encroaching darkness, but the shadowy figures pursued them relentlessly. Only one of the friends escaped that night, his mind forever scarred by the horrors he had witnessed. He would tell anyone who would listen about the Shadow Earth, a chilling reminder that some doors are best left unopened, some darkness best left unexplored. Deep within the vast and unforgiving desert sands, where time seems to stand still, lies the ruins of a city lost to the ages. Its towering structures, once gleaming beacons of a forgotten civilization, now crumble under the weight of centuries, half buried by the shifting dunes. This is the Lost Time City, a place where the past, present, and future collide in a dizzying, disorienting dance. It is said that the city exists outside of our normal flow of time, trapped in a loop, forever repeating the same day, the same events, the same tragic downfall. Those who stumble upon the city are often lured in by the promise of untold riches and forgotten knowledge, unaware of the price they may have to pay. An ambitious archaeologist named Dr. Lewis devoted his life to uncovering the secrets of the Lost Time City. He pored over ancient texts, deciphered cryptic maps, and braved the scorching desert heat, driven by an insatiable thirst for discovery. Finally, after years of searching, he found it. The ruins of the city, half buried in the sand, shimmering under the relentless sun. As he stepped within the city's crumbling walls, Dr. Lewis felt a disorientation wash over him, a sense of unreality that made his head spin. He saw shadowy figures moving through the ruined streets, their clothes and weapons ancient, their faces etched with a strange mixture of hope and despair. He soon realized that these were not just echoes of the past, but actual people, living and reliving the same day over and over again. They were trapped, caught in the city's temporal anomaly, their lives a never-ending cycle of hope and heartbreak. Dr. Lewis, horrified by what he had found, tried to leave to retrace his steps back to his own time, but the city held him fast. The desert wind howled, the sand swirled, and the city seemed to shift and change around him, disorienting him, pulling him deeper into its mystery. He was lost, another soul claimed by the Lost Time City, his fate a chilling reminder that some mysteries are best left buried. Imagine, if you will, a vast empty canvas stretching out infinitely in all directions. There are no stars, no planets, no galaxies, just an endless expanse of nothingness. This is the parallel void, a dimension devoid of all matter, all energy, all light. It is a place of absolute silence, absolute darkness, absolute emptiness. Some say the parallel void is the space between universes, the blank slate from which all of reality springs forth. Others believe it to be the ultimate destination, the final resting place of all that is and ever will be. Whatever its true nature, the parallel void remains one of the most terrifying and enigmatic concepts in all of cosmology. A group of scientists experimenting with a new form of energy stumbled upon the parallel void quite by accident. They were attempting to create a wormhole, a rip in the fabric of space-time that would allow them to travel instantaneously to distant parts of the universe. What they created instead was a portal to the parallel void. At first, there was nothing but darkness, an all-encompassing blackness that seemed to swallow all light and sound. Then slowly, subtly, the scientists began to feel a presence, something vast and ancient and unfathomably alien. It wasn't malevolent, not in the traditional sense, but it was utterly indifferent to their existence, their hopes, their dreams, their very lives. The scientists, gripped by a primal fear they had never known, tried to shut down the portal, to sever the connection to the parallel void. But it was too late. The void had already begun to seep into their reality, its emptiness threatening to consume everything in its path. The portal, once a beacon of scientific curiosity, now stood as a stark reminder of the terrifying vastness that lies beyond our comprehension. The parallel void, a chilling testament to the fact that there are some things in the universe that are best left undisturbed. There are whispers, you see, whispers that travel on the wind, whispers of individuals who can walk between worlds, who can slip through the cracks of reality as easily as we walk through a doorway. They are known as the Crossworld Travelers, and their stories are the stuff of legend. One such traveler, a man named Silas, bore a heavy burden. He carried with him the memories of countless lives lived, countless realities experienced. He had seen the rise and fall of empires, the birth and death of stars, all within the blink of an eye, the turn of a page in the infinite book of existence. Silas moved through our world like a phantom, his presence barely noticed, his footsteps leaving no trace. He sought neither fame nor fortune, only knowledge, a deeper understanding of the intricate tapestry that connected all realities. He would appear in the unlikeliest of places, a bustling city street, a quiet mountain village, a crowded train station, always watching, always observing. Those who were fortunate enough to catch a glimpse of him often described a deep sadness in his eyes, a weariness that spoke of eons spent wandering the lonely corridors of existence. He carried the weight of countless worlds on his shoulders, the knowledge of infinite possibilities and impossible choices. One day, Silas vanished as mysteriously as he had arrived, leaving behind no trace, no explanation. Some say he finally found the answer he was seeking, the key to unlocking the ultimate mystery of the multiverse. Others believe he simply grew tired, weary of his endless journey, and chose to rest his weary soul in a reality far removed from our own. Whatever his fate, Silas's story serves as a haunting reminder that we are but one small thread in an infinitely vast and complex tapestry, our lives intertwined with countless others, both real and imagined. Have you ever woken from a nightmare, heart pounding, breath catching in your throat, only to find that the terror lingers, the line between dream and reality blurred? In the annals of parallel universe lore, there exists a phenomenon so unsettling, so utterly chilling, that it calls into question the very nature of our fears. This is the echoing nightmare. The echoing nightmare is not merely a bad dream, it is a shared experience, a parasitic entity that latches onto the minds of individuals across different realities, trapping them in a horrifying feedback loop of terror. It starts subtly, a sense of unease, a prickling at the back of your neck, the feeling of being watched. Then the dreams begin. Vivid, visceral nightmares that bleed over into your waking hours. You see fleeting shadows, hear whispers in the dead of night, feel a cold touch on your skin when you are alone. You try to shake it off, to rationalize it away. But the dread persists, growing stronger with each passing day. The nightmare feeds on your fear, growing more powerful, more insidious. It begins to affect others around you, spreading like a virus through your social circles, your community, your world. People you know and love begin experiencing the same terrifying visions, the same crippling fear. As the echoing nightmare tightens its grip, reality itself begins to unravel. The line between what is real and what is imagined blurs, and the nightmare spills over into the waking world, manifesting in terrifying and unpredictable ways. The air crackles with an unseen energy, objects move on their own, and the faces of strangers morph into grotesque masks of horror. The echoing nightmare is a stark reminder that some horrors transcend the boundaries of reality, that our fears can have a life of their own, and that sometimes the most terrifying monsters are the ones we create ourselves. These tales, though unsettling, remind us that the universe is vast and mysterious, and perhaps, just perhaps, the stories we just explored are not as fictional as we might hope. The boundaries of reality, like the walls of a house, can be thin and porous, susceptible to cracks and whispers from the other side. As you turn off your screens and return to the familiar comfort of your own world, remember that there are shadows lurking just beyond your perception, echoes of other realities that brush against your own. Keep your eyes open, your mind sharp, and never ever underestimate the power of the unknown. For the universe is full of wonders, both beautiful and terrifying, and sometimes the line between the two is thinner than we dare to imagine. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed these chilling tales, please subscribe for more spine-tingling stories.